So I came here to the let me show where I'm at now. I came here to 71st Avenue, our train station, and I saw the police near the bathroom. And they always told me, even the bathroom is not open now, but in the daytime when it's open at 7, they bring a black American woman, an African woman, they're from another country in Africa, from Nigeria. She's from another country in Africa, and they'll be trying to get the police to kill me. Before they already the police arrest me on Chambers Street Station, bathroom. And there's this black American rapper, he's Puerto Rican, mixed with black American, Jim Jones, and it's like also taunting me. And there was a time he did a rap song saying, you know, we set our girls up on them because we're too big for them, they can't handle us. And I've been noticing somebody has been bringing white women to try to lure me on Chambers Street area, Greenwich Street. One day I was sitting there, this white woman came and said, I could have a fur coat and was like trying to lure me to follow her home and stuff. Then I saw that Jim Jones around that area, and there's this black American rapper, he's a basketball player. Uh, I keep forgetting his name. It's also part of the people that taunt me because there was a time some black American females, jumped me close as soon as this Ricardo won the mayorship in 2021 December, and this black American female jumped me near the basketball stadium and were kicking me, and somebody was recording it, and I was recording also. So I ran across the street at Atlantic Avenue near the Nets basketball stadium. I ran into a store to hide, and they destroyed the glass in the store. So the store owner called 911 also. And when the police came, I asked for a police report, and the store owner asked for a police report. The store owner. I said, please, we need a police report. And the store owner said, yeah, it needs to file insurance. And the police said, no police report. And then and the police told me to go away, and I was stunned. This was around December 2021 at Quad 91, the store owner Quad 91. And then this black American rapper is a basketball player. I can't. So they always bother me for having stroller. Say no, they don't allow men to have stroller. Only women with children. But I see other people have stroller. Don't bother them. I don't know if he has a child in there or not. So these are some of the things. They just pick on me. I saw a white woman also. She has the stroller. She's homeless. She doesn't have a baby there. And she told me they don't bother. So I'm like, the only one they bother. See, that's the black American woman. They always bring her to the bathroom to harass me. She's tall like my mother's sister too. And and they just try to taunt me, to make me, especially during the holiday period. They want to kill me during the holiday period to make it look like, I say a lot of people in America are always depressed during Thanksgiving. Nigerians don't even celebrate Thanksgiving, so why would I be depressed during Thanksgiving? So, but I know it's around Christmas, July 4, they always try to kill me, so there's her waiting around. I guess they planted her to be waiting around to scare me from using the bathroom. She go in there into one of the store. An African woman would go in there. I wouldn't even go into the store. The African woman would just put her bags in the store. And if I want to use it, she tell me, she's reserving it for later, and that's why she put her bags in there. I won't take her bag out. And when I call the police, sometimes the police will leave me around, and the police said you cannot do, they can do whatever they like. I'm like, this is civil disobedience, harassment, and the police will walk away. So they're taunting me to try to kill me. Claim that I'm just a crazy person, and they believe they can frame me up. And this Jim Jones, he was interviewing somebody yesterday on Instagram, and the name of that person was Vintage Frames. So I tried to watch that interview. But they told me the interview was over, So I guess it's part of this Jim Jones taunting me. I was online and they came online also, I was introducing. So it may be, I believe it was the vintage friends the guy was interviewing. So I believe it's part of their taunting. Some people have been insinuating online that this is Jim Jones may be part of Black American, maybe part of the FBI informants. They say a lot of these rappers, if if they don't go to jail for a long time, it means they're undercover FBI agent. There's a lot of them commit a lot of crimes allegedly, and if they don't go to, yeah, and he did a rap song around the time the white woman was trying to lure me in Manhattan, to follow her home, and I'm like, I'm not a straight man, I'm a girl. I was born a man, I'm not a woman. And he did a rap song around that time saying, we're too large for them, so we set our girls on them. They can't handle us because we're too large. He did a rap song some years recently, and I thought it was just mocking me as a gay person, as a transsexual. I don't want to be graphic, but some people say the anus is not an entry point, so it's hard for, to have sex to the anus. The vagina is much more open. Get out to what most people were insinuating. We were saying, we set our girls on them because they can't handle us because they're too large. And they brought a white woman to lure me into some kind of sexual, type thing. And so then and she gave me her fur coats I could wear it and stuff. And then as soon as she gave it to me, somebody came and took it, stole it. I was going to keep that fur coat as evidence. As soon as she gave it to me, I did a video that this white woman female was trying to lure me in some sexual way, and she said, I'm keeping this coat as evidence. I've been under FBI surveillance since my mother brought me in 2000. The immigration arrested me, saying children are not coming to America with a green card parent, older parent. With their parents that have green cards, so I finally got my green card in 2008. But they said once the immigration puts you on FBI surveillance, the FBI surveils you forever. So I guess after I recorded that video, I said I'm going to keep this coat as evidence of this female just, I think she was trying to sexually lure me. And soon they stole that coat, from me. I didn't even wear it. I put it in my, I put a coat in my, on top, in my bag. And one day it disappeared while I was sleeping on the train. So they have me monitored on the train, and sometimes some Spanish people try to punch me, say negra, something with them stand on the train. And when I call the police, I record the orders and the police will arrest them. So I've been trying to upload the video. As soon as I arrived here, there was some police officers. And as soon as I arrived there was a police officer standing in front of the bathroom. The bathroom is near where that woman is now sitting. The black American woman. They always, so they always tell me, make me sketch use the bathroom in America. And I believe they're trying to sexually traffic me. So I just recorded a video earlier stating that, because I'm trying to sue the police force for taking my home on Staten Island and killing my friend Regana as I was helping with the court papers on Staten Island. And my mother's daughters killed my mother. After me and my mother became homeless, my mother went to stay with her daughters in Pennsylvania, and she said one of the daughters was trying to poison her Polanyi, and the other one was trying to kill her also. So my mother fled back to New York, and she said that Polanyi must have put carter fish poison in her food, which was giving her bloody diarrhea and triggering her to have heart attack symptoms. So my mother came to New York, went to the hospital, Bellevue Hospital, and the daughter showed up 3 days later. She didn't even tell them what hospital she was in, and my mother was shocked how they were able to locate what hospital she was in. And the daughters were trolling her, trying to get her excited to die early, and they told the hospital to lock her up with the sidewalk. And one of the daughters confessed to me that she did that intentionally to lock her up, even though she knew my mother wasn't crazy. He said, in America they give crazy people houses in priority. And she said she was trying to move to New York also. She was tired of living in Pennsylvania. And she was hoping if they could lock my mother up in the psych court, that would prioritize her for housing. And then she can then move to New York and then get money to be taking care of my mother. Because New York had just introduced a program that said family members that are taking care of their disabled loved ones will get paid. That's an old man thing. So this Balani, my mother says she's on drugs, and she was just looking for an easy way. She doesn't go to work anymore, even though she has a college degree in psychology. She doesn't, she just want to stay home and use my mother as a paycheck. And this, she killed my mother, you know. And the FBI was listening to all the conversation this Bonnie was having with me, and they didn't arrest her. So I don't know if she's also a government informant, because they say a lot of these drug users, they are criminal types. The FBI sometimes hires them as informants if they feel it will be useful to help cover up a lot of dirt among law enforcement. So for someone like me, they may want to hire as many people as possible to help the law enforcement in killing me and to help, in swaying public opinion. So now they believe if they can have a black American rapper like this Jim Jones and the rap community, help soften the blow, if they kill me, then I guess that's why the law enforcement are more encouraged to kill someone like me. So the black American rappers can then claim, that person was crazy, that's why the police killed them. Next time the police should just be trained to handle crazy people. And they can then blame it, because in Nigeria, I used to drink Coca-Cola, and they used to sell some dirty bottles in Nigeria, because in Nigeria, the Coke bottle, you have to return it to the store to buy a new Coke, and the Coca-Cola in Nigeria wasn't washing those bottles well before they put more Coke in it. And so sometimes you find like roaches in the Coke in Nigeria, and I used to drink the Coke in Nigeria a lot, and I became so sick. And until I got to America, and I started having a lot of gas. So I posted online, I'm having a lot of gas, and I believe I've gotten some bacteria from drinking Coke in Nigeria, because they used to sell dirty bottles. Then a white lady here in America, like 2 years ago, did put a message online that our own child became sick from eating bacteria-infested type food, and the child just became angry as a baby, went from being a happy baby to being an angry baby. And the doctors didn't understand why until she went to an hormonal therapist that said the child has an hormonal imbalance due to the bacteria, and says certain bacteria, when it goes into a child's system, disrupt the hormone, and says sometimes the hormonal imbalance will cause the child to become transsexual, but I said the bacteria does either one of those things. Either it makes the person angry, gives them mood swings, or changes their body so that they become transsexual. In my case, it didn't make me angry. The bacteria I may have gotten from the Coca-Cola in Nigeria, it only made me more transsexual, because I noticed as I was growing up in Nigeria, I was a boy then, but I didn't have a deep voice, I didn't have facial hair. All some other people I know were getting facial hair and stuff. So I was wondering, why is my body not developing, And now they have black Americans, that will tell me, call me little bitch, and it's like they're so happy that the police will kill me, and then they will claim I started the fight, and these black Americans can then sue Coca-Cola Nigeria and the Coca-Cola America, that look, you made this person crazy, and this person was fighting us, So this black American woman here, they've planted her to wait, and she always insults me when I'm about to use the bathroom. She's asking, are you a man or a woman? And she does report it when I'm using the bathroom. So she's waiting. As soon as I go there, some police are standing, and she came, and she's waiting. She was the bathroom. She's so rude, but I'll try to talk with her. Excuse me, are you ready to use the bathroom? What time is it going to open today? Well, sometimes she acts calm, then when our partner joins that one is from, that one's from Africa. Just be blocking from using the bathroom. And just acting like they're crazy, blocking from using the bathroom. And holding me up. She would go to one store, the one from Africa would put her bags in the other store and say, tell me, she's holding it, she's pushing the bathroom on reserve, and she wants to go in later. I'm like, you gotta remove your bags. She's like, no. She's pushing the bathroom on reserve for later. And the one from Africa would put her bags in the store, in the vacant store, and she would go and occupy the other store. And the one from Africa would tell me she's putting the bathroom on reserve for later on. And the one from Africa would stand by the sink. I'm like, I need to go in there, you need to remove your bags. I said, no, I'm putting the bathroom on reserve. And I'll call the police to tell me they can do whatever they want to do. Here now, so I'm trying to post that video online that I recorded earlier. And I didn't know why the video was so slow. Now it's uploading. It wasn't uploaded at all. I just didn't know why, so that's why I started recording a new video through the screen recorder. This screen recorder right here. You see if that would post. And also I was trying to save the video to my Google Drive, the one I recorded earlier of the police. Standing in front of the bathroom as soon as I got here, and as soon as I tried to record them, that they're having the police told me make this sketch use the bathroom, because any bathroom I use I always cause all kinds of hostility, and the police will join in and being hostile to me. On November 14, 2025, I was using the bathroom. 7 police came in there on Chamber Street and dragged me out of the bathroom. Said someone said I stole something and I'm hiding in the bathroom. So they believe they can kill me and just get away with it. So I've been trying to upload the video to the Google Drive also, and it wouldn't upload at all. Usually it would have been claiming uploaded in the recent file. But today's November 30th, 2025. Uploaded already, and it's not uploaded. And so apart from this, Jim Jones, taunting me about, ICE is saying we set our women under because they can't handle us because we're too large. They did a rap song like that. And truly, they brought a white woman, around that Chamber Street, Greenwich Street, and Chamber Street. And she gave me a fur coat. Late at night, about close to 1 a.m. I was sleeping, and she woke me up. I was sleeping on the chair, and she gave me a fur coat, and she was trying to love me to take me over with her. And I said, "Oh no, I'm good," And she gave me a fur coat, and I did a recording like this woman woke me up in my sleep, and she was touching me and stuff, So I said, I'm saving this fur coat as evidence. And soon, when I slept again on the train somewhere, somebody came and removed the fur coat from my back, and I was so shocked. I had to be able to locate it. So I'm under the ABS surveillance, and they're just telling people where I put my stuff. And there's this rapper also from Chicago, did a song to insinuate I'm at the kill zone. He said, they say she don't dance no more, and the little kids don't got a chance no more. They ain't even trying to free the old man no more. One day there won't be no old man no more. I believe this lyrics is about me. I was in need. I remember a long time ago. So I believe this rap song is about me. Because I was raped in 2020. They locked up all the bathrooms in the train station. 2020. Just to set me up. They said because of COVID, they don't go and let nobody use the bathroom. And they locked it up for 4 years. So they're trying to set me up to go and marry somebody. So the person can kill me and inherit all my potential assets. Because I've been trying to sue the NYPD for taking my home wrongfully till 2010. The NYPD kicked my mother out of her basement apartment wrongfully in 2010. And then killed her in 2014 as was happening with the court papers. Then in 2000, when my mother brought me here, the immigration arrested me wrongfully. She children are not allowed with a green card older parents that have been gone. That was a wrongful arrest of me. They had a special visa they could have given me. You know, that they're supposed to give to children of permanent residents or children of U.S. citizens. It's called a humanitarian parole visa, and they're supposed to have given me, and they never gave me that. They didn't give me that to me. They arrested me instead, and my case lasted 8 years in the immigration court. So I'm trying to sue the U.S. immigration for not following the proper procedure. And so I guess the police department, they say sometimes they sabotage justice, like people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Their family member alleged the FBI killed them. And in the case of Martin Luther King, they won $100 because they filed a lawsuit too late and they won the case, but they only win $100 under South Carolina law. I believe it as South Carolina law or North Carolina law said part of the plan to kill Martin Luther King was hatched somewhere in North Carolina or South Carolina, and the law there allows you to file cases there late, but you can only win $100. And so I believe allegedly the Martin Luther King family won $100 for the FBI, proving FBI killed Martin Luther King. The FBI hired the assassins and killed Martin Luther King. So they said they've always disrupted justice. The law enforcement have always disrupted justice. So they told the MTA to lock off all the battles in 2020 to lure me into some sexual type of arrangement. So I was begging people on the train that, look, I'm really screwed. I said I'm from Nigeria, my green card has been stolen. When the police arrested me in 2019, locked me up in the psych ward and stole my green card. I said, look, I need some. I was begging people if they could take me home so I could use the bathroom. And everybody ignored me. Then this guy showed up like hours later so I could come to his house. And I was like, thank you. I was like, I'll pay you money and stuff. And when we got to his house, he told me, yes, I was going to work. I have to marry you. And that's what it's really about. I said, no, I can't marry you. I'm just finding lawsuit for my dead mother. I've worked a lot of money possession. I just can't marry anybody. It could be like a romance scam. I don't even know. And he raped me, beat me up, and told me if I ever fled, he was going to get the police to kill me later on. And when I couldn't take the abuse anymore, I left wound on my face. I called 911, and the police kicked me out. I was even telling the police, look, there's a shelter-in-place law that Cuomo just signed that because of the COVID, the police can't evict anyone. But if someone commits a crime, you arrest the person. I said, please arrest this guy and let me stay in the house because I don't have nowhere to go. And he says he knows some police that will kill me outside. I said, I don't want to go outside. He needs to arrest me. I said, no, it's his house and you gotta go. And they saw the wound on my face. They took a picture of the wound on my face and kicked me out. And ever since I've been outside, I've been getting drunk, beat up, And then this Ebro in the morning is a black American. His name is Ebro Darden. This rapper, Chance the rapper, is including his name in his rap music. So this black American guy called Ebro in the morning started doing his radio show. I was talking about, I love Nigeria, I love you, Africa, And he said, if anybody's broke and because of the COVID, call my radio show, I'm going to give you money. So I was like, wow, this guy said he likes Africans and stuff. So I called the radio show, leave him a voice message, please give me money, I'm homeless on the street and stuff. And he wouldn't call me back, but he would give his fellow black Americans money on the show, his fellow black American listeners. Then, I guess to learn me to keep calling him, then he brought a Nigerian guy. That guy's name is Sheun. My name is Sheun also. And the guy would keep calling his radio show. And he would ask the guy, where are you from? And the guy would say, he's from Nigeria, his name is Sheun. And this Ebro guy is the one in the middle who said, yeah, I love Nigeria, I love Africa. And he would ask this radio listener to keep calling to ask for money. So I would call again, I'm like, okay, but please help me with money and stuff, like you help your other listeners. I would leave him a voicemail, and he wouldn't call me or give me any money. So I'm like, okay. And then he would come on his radio show again, and he would be like, you know what? Here's what it's really about. He would say he wants to have threesome sex with listeners, and the listeners can call in to set that up. So I was like, oh wow, this guy is trying to lure me to some funny arrangement. So I stopped calling his radio shows. Then I started seeing him on the street. I saw him in Queens by the F train. I normally go to a store there late at night, and I saw him there. basically ran out of the store. Then I saw him in Brooklyn. I was like, why is this guy stalking me? What is going on? Then he started bringing his daughter on his radio show. And he said his daughter is working now for his radio show. And his daughter is born on August 8th, I believe. I'm born on July 8th. So I used to go to a Black American church, and the FBI surveillance of me would have picked it up. And the Black American pastor Jordan, Bishop Jordan in Harlem, on the Upper West Side, used to say the number 8 is a very spiritual number, and he said, people that have a birthday with the number 8 in it, they are going to be successful in life. So I guess this guy thought, born on August 8th, I believe his daughter's born on September 8th. I guess he wanted me to adopt his daughter, so when I get killed, his daughter would inherit all this stuff. And that's why he's trying to lure me to a romantic relationship. And I know sometimes, after I said he's trying to set up a threesome with listeners, then I would notice, some people trying to rub their body onto some Black Americans, like butch, like lesbian type, trying to grab me on the train, men or women. So I'm like, who is sending all these people to try to love me to sexual type of thing? So I guess it might be this guy who's just trying to lure me to some sexual relationship with his listeners, with some other third parties, and just to disguise it, and to make it look like I was just a sexually, perverted person, and I was adopting people's kids, and hopefully they would have got killed, and then their child would inherit my property because they can just claim I had adopted a child informally. And they say under American law, there's a law called parentage by estoppel, that if someone alleges you had adopted a child informally, especially if you die, then the courts can just finalize the adoption and let that child, the so-called adopted child, inherit all your estate. Yeah, you're born dead, so I guess this is what this is really about, and this Chance the Rapper was insinuating about that in his song, saying, I was in need. I remember a long time ago, they say she don't dance no more. So, since all this incident, I noticed that law enforcement is hiring people to lure me to a fake relationship and maybe have those people kill me, and those people can inherit my property, and I've claimed I adopted those people's kid or whatever, or I authorized those people to go and get a child for me. I said that law enforcement always tries to block Black Americans from getting justice, but now they may prioritize blocking Africans like me. I don't mind even a Black American getting justice in my place, And so I guess this is what is rap, no more old men. They say she don't dance no more, and the little kids don't got a chance no more. It means, since I don't engage in any kind of sexual I've stopped, since 2020 when the guy raped me, I've not had any sexual relationship with anybody. So it's kind of hard for them to frame me up and claim I'm in a sexual relationship with me, and I died, and I adopted a kid. So it's, this rapper is talking about that scheme, saying they say she don't dance no more, which I don't engage in any sexual type activities anymore since 2020 when the guy took me over with me and said he wants to get married. After the go home with somebody to be raped. I guess this is what they're trying to do, scare me from using the bathroom, so they can lure me to go to a stranger's house, and then have that stranger rape me and kill me and claim, I was such a and I adopted the person's child in the process, or the person will have, this one that scared me in the bathroom. So FIFA is not safe to bring the World Cup here. There's serious sex trafficking going on, from the law enforcement to the civilian. So and the rapper is thinking about it. They say she don't dance no more. I guess he's using the word she. His name is Chance. Chancellor, I believe that's his real name. Is Chance Rapper. So I guess to insinuate about Obama. I guess also if we're trying to get leverage, I don't know. Because Obama is Chicago. He was a Chicago senator, but his father's from Kenya, and was a former president. So I guess to reference the African point. So I guess I get killed and somebody else tries to get the money and claim I'd adopted their children. I guess someone like this rapper can just claim, no, we all know about that scheme. That person adopted a kid. You know, so I guess this is just a good leverage and maybe get bribed to keep silent or whatever. They said the fake kid don't dance no more and the little kids don't got a chance no more. They ain't even trying to free the old man no more. Yeah, I used to call this Ebro show, to help me with money so I can escape the streets so I don't get killed while trying to find a battle to use. Yeah, somebody would then claim I adopted a kid before I was killed. One day there won't be no old man no more. My name is Robert Tune. In Nigeria, it means an old man coming back to life, a grandfather. So I was born a man after a woman. So this is very creepy. Mr. Dady used to take, then he used the word Mr. Dady. And then this Ebro in the morning invited this guy. Ebro is his name, the radio host. Invited this rapper to his show yesterday, Saturday, called Rap Life. And they were talking about the song. I guess they know I listen, on and on. And when I heard the rap lyric, I was like, wait a minute, is and they wrap it up about me, and there's a part at the first cut, little man quit all that fussing. So people have been telling me that I'm going to get stabbed to death. I see people holding their chest a lot around me, so I guess it's part of their way, to lure me, to force me into sex relationship, otherwise, to turn on. I said, God the Father may love you, the world doesn't. Yeah, I've been out here 15 years on the street, no lawyer will take my case. They said there's a special interest towards Africans here in America. I contact the Nigerian embassy, I contact Nigerian musicians, they like Burna Boy and stuff, and they wouldn't help me. And he's been singing songs about me also. And I saw him broken during the COVID. And so I was asking people to help me on the street. I was being attacked on Prospect Park bathroom. The black Americans were cooking and broke the bathroom. During COVID 2021, as soon as the guy raped me, the police took me out of the street. So I used to go to Prospect Park and broke the bathroom. And so the black Americans were cooking one. During the COVID, everybody was home. But anytime I try to use the bathroom in the park, people would come in. The guy ahead of me to use the bathroom, so I would have the bathroom to use. And I was, asking people in the park that please have the Nigerian been tortured. My brother's been killed and I'm looking for justice. And then I saw Burna Boy one day, he was sitting down, we were just watching me speak. At that time I'd sent him a message that please help me with money. And he just listened to me and then walked away. I was like, wow. And 2020, there was a travel ban. I don't know how we got to America, but America didn't start the travel ban right away. But I guess what I mean by travel ban was there was ban on indoor gatherings. I don't know what it was doing in America then, because I'm sure it couldn't do it any concert. They were banning indoor gatherings and stuff. The lessons and strategies of love and war, chessboard, and Kingdom Zigalore. So I guess they're trying to, create a fake narrative that, I'm playing a love game with them. I don't know any of these people. I'm not playing a love game with them. And I heard somebody was talking recently, either on the radio. They say in America, people have a sex game they play, whereby, they'll say, the shooting dice or whatever, and they'll say whoever loses the card game has to have raw sex with another person, a total stranger. And people do that in America, and maybe they produce kids like that. I'm from Nigeria, I'm introverted, I don't know of any game like that. People having sex as a do or dare or whatever. No. I think that's just weird. I think that's just rape. So I guess they're trying to frame me up that, look, I was a gambler, I was crazy, and I was just taking risks, telling people to adopt children from me. I guess what they really want to do is to rape me, steal my sperm and create a child. But since I don't give them access like that, this rapper is even acknowledging They say she don't dance no more, and the little kids don't got a chance no more, and they ain't even trying to free the old man no more. One day there won't be no old man no more. So they were gonna learn me with like this MTA. They locked up all the bathrooms so I could be breastfeeding of the bathroom, and somebody would take me home and rape me and kill me and claim, I adopted their children before they killed me. I said the courts always bend over backwards and for the sake of children, and would let such a informal adoption be formalized and allow that whatever the so-called adopted kid to inherit your estate. So this is real crazy. I don't have any agreement with anybody to adopt a kid. I'm introverted. Like I told the U.S. immigration when they arrested me in 2000, and they wanted to deport me. And I told them my father used to abuse me, and they told me, did I tell anybody about my father abusing me? And did I tell my mother's daughters in America? I said, no, I didn't really tell nobody because I'm introverted. Just with my immigration file, my immigration file is A7795468. So I believe some African rappers are also aware, that they're just trying to bully me and take my stuff, make up any lies. The law enforcement. Akon also posted a cryptic video. It's a West African, it's a Senegalese American, and he also has been posting creepy stuff, which some of it I think is about me. But I don't want to, so, and before I got arrested, he got arrested also. I don't know if he purposely got himself arrested, to let me be aware they plan to arrest me. They said he was arrested for something so funny, and this is so creepy because, people just decide to be, like living vicariously through me, and I guess they're just trying to build leverage. I don't know. So in case anything happens to me, they can then claim, yeah, we were monitoring the situation all along, but we didn't just want to say anything. We wanted to see how it's going to turn out, and that is very cruel. Because under New York law, if someone's life is in danger, you don't have to wait till they're killed. You can help save their life, So I guess because I'm also under FBI surveillance, they want to use that for like they didn't want to disrupt whatever the FBI was doing, monitoring that person. So that's why so he posted this cryptic message of a macho guy just taking things from people. So the macho guy may be the US law enforcement trying to, get me killed by the gang members in America and take my property through force. They barged into the bathroom on November 14th from Cheshire, claimed somebody told them I stolen something, and that's why and I was hiding in the bathroom. So I guess they were trying to kill me and claim, we have probable cause. Somebody told us, this person was hiding in the bathroom and just stolen something. And I used to contact the New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch and Eric Adams and stuff on this Instagram, telling them I'm experiencing a barrage of false reporting anytime I try to use the bathroom. Even the Queen's Library, I was using the bathroom during COVID, and then this guy kept knocking on the door. So he left his cell phone. It was one user in that Queen's Library in Jamaica. They used to bother me. I used to use the general bathroom with other people. They told me, no, you're not a real woman. You can't use the women's bathroom with other people. Go and use the disabled bathroom. The security told me that. So one day I was using the disabled bathroom, it's a single user bathroom, and this black American guy kept banging on the door, bang, 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 and he wasn't disabled or anything. He said, I just get out of the bathroom, and he left his cell phone. I'm like, this is a disabled bathroom and you're not even disabled, and he told me, so I said, then call 911. He said, no. So I didn't see no phone. I said, I was trying to take my own cell phone, so I called 911. I said, they've been trying to rob me, make it look like, my cell phone is their cell phone, and I believe they're just trying to create a case whereby if I get killed, they can then claim all my cell phones were stolen, and they want to get paid. off of any videos in my cell phone. I heard people do this one of the robbery patterns in America, whereby they'll claim your cell phone is their cell phone and steal your cell phone. Because my cell phone contains a lot of videos, so they're all trying to cash in when I get killed. And they're just trying to. And so I called 911 and I told the police, please make a police report, check this guy's name down. Then after the police arrived, he then lied. He had found his cell phone somewhere else. So I was like, take this report. The police said, no, I'm not going to take that report. I said, you are aiding and abetting a potential fraud. Because, I said, some of these people may in the future attack me again. And then, even they may have somebody kill me and claim I was stealing cell phones. And they want commission, they want royalties of all my videos, in case any movies made about me. And also I don't want anybody to make any movie about me. But when I was younger, my mother said I looked like Michael Jackson, so I used to send letters to Michael Jackson when I was a baby. When I was a young child in Nigeria, telling him that I wanted to come to America. But that was when I was young. I didn't come to America to become Michael Jackson. So then I found that letter in Nigeria because the letter was sent back to me. At that time, they said Michael Jackson just moved to Neverland Ranch. So the USPS, United States Postal Service, sent the letter back to me and just said return to sender on delivery to Michael Jackson. So I guess, since my father was killed in Nigeria, my home was being raided. So I found that letter and the part of the why they want to kill me here, so they can make a movie about me. I came to America to become Michael Jackson. Look at the letter I wrote to him. And then maybe they feel, the black Americans will watch my movie if it's related to Michael Jackson and stuff. So, and they want to kill me in the most brutal way, so to encourage, to make it more exciting for those that love thrillers and stuff. So this is savagery. So absolutely not. I didn't come to America to become Michael Jackson. Yeah, I did write a letter to him when I was younger. I used to write songs to him and stuff, and some of those things were sent back to me in Nigeria. But absolutely not. I didn't come to America to become Michael Jackson. And nobody should make a movie about me. And nobody should try to kill me to try to make a movie either. This is unconscionable act. This is cruelty. I know some black Americans don't like Africans because of slavery. But to try to use a reverse discrimination against me and try to be, so that some black Americans also trying to harm me in the bathroom and get the police to kill me, like this Jim Jones rapper, so coming around me and he was rapping that, we set them up with our girls because they can't handle us because we're too large. And I've been noticing someone has been sending women to trump me or to lure me and stuff. So maybe this black, then I started seeing this Jim Jones and I ran Chambers Street and I used to beg for money and I begged strangers for money. And when I begged them for money, just want to pass me. I think I sent a message on Instagram before that, and I noticed, some of these people would try to lure me into sending them a message. They were talking about things relating to me. So, and when I send them a message online, they wouldn't respond. And then they'll try to make me in person to make it look like I'm the one stalking them, sending them messages online, meeting them in person, going after them. I guess to make it easier for them to kill me in the future and claim, I was the one in love with them and promised to adopt their children or whatever. Like I was the manipulator and stuff. So they use reverse psychology. So some of them will just get me to send multiple messages to them. Like that Ebro in the morning. You say, I love you, Nigeria. If any listeners listening and you need money, call my show. And I'll call the show. And he wouldn't respond back to me, give the money to his fellow black Americans. Then I'll say, hey, you know what? I love you, Nigeria. I love you, Africa. If anybody's listening, I need money. And I'll call the show again. Can I start seeing him on the street, I'll just run away from it, because I'm like, what kind of game is this guy playing? This is just crazy. So to make it look like, I'm the one stalking these people, and if any harm happens to me, they will look totally innocent, like they used to ignore all my messages, and I was the one who just, unfortunately, ended up having Meeting them and experiencing any kind of fatality, it was just an accident. So this is just crazy. So this Akon is a West is an American rapper, is present from Senegal, and it seems he's also hinting at what I'm going through. How the law enforcement just trying to take my property through any dubious means. So he has this macho guy taking people's stuff, without their permission. So I guess the macho guy is the U.S. government just trying to take my stuff. You know, and he takes the ice cream from the African woman, or the Muslim woman, So this is from Akon. It was like, nah. So I guess, he said it's not with that. I don't know. So I guess some other rappers that are down with that. I don't know. Because I've been requesting assistance from a lot of these rappers and it didn't help me. They just end up making more songs about me and stuff. So this type of machoism from the law enforcement whereby they should have can kill me in the battle and then spread false narratives about me, allow all these dubious people to come out of the woodwork and claim, yeah, that person was before that person got killed, that person was into some relationship with us. No, I don't know any of these people. I'm not into any secret relationship with anybody. Yeah, back in the day, a lot of gays were in the closet, but now New York allowed gays to come out, so I'm not in the closet with anybody. That would be a red flag. Anybody goes up in the closet because, I'm open. I'm introverted, but I mean, I don't have the reason to hide my sexual. No, if I had a sexual relationship, I would have the reason to hide it, because New York allows some gay sex and stuff. So I was born a male, I'm not a woman. So, So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. I'm not looking for a marriage partner, I'm not looking for a woman's partner, I'm not looking for any type of cult membership. I don't want any kind of slavery, master relationship. I don't want anybody to have control over me. I'm not trying to have control over anybody. Please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. And sometimes I beg for money on the street. If anybody want to donate money to me on the street, same conditions apply. Non-conditional charity, financial donations only. I'm not looking for any money donated to me, either to my Cash App, NYC Homeless, or to me in person. It's based on the condition of non-conditional charitable donations only. There was a black American pastor on Instagram that said, if you're a Christian, all your money belongs to the church. I'm a Christian, I don't believe in that. My money is my money, my money doesn't belong to any church. So no church will make a claim for my money from kill. So I'm not part of any Christian cult or any cult at all. You see, there was this cult called Sarah Lawrence College cult in New York, upstate. This guy was like raping women and claimed those women voluntarily enrolled in his cult and they gave him permission to rape them. And even though those ladies testified that they were paying him money to be part of his cult, but the government was able to prove that those women didn't sign up for that level of torture, even though they signed up to be part of that cult. I didn't sign up to be part of any cult at all. I'm not looking for anyone to dominate me. I'm not looking to dominate anyone. So this is what's going on. So please donate money to my Cash App, NYC Homeless, so I can escape, the street and go rent to a terrifying a lawyer to fight this in court. Because the law enforcement in America doing this is just crazy. They say they've always done this to prevent blacks from getting justice, killed all the civil rights activists like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I guess some of these people were trying to get reparation for blacks, and they were just killing them. So this is what is going on. This was going on. So I noticed with this screen recorder, the microphone acts funny. It echoes. I hope it doesn't do that. Otherwise, I apologize for the low quality of this recording. The microphone acts funny. This screen recorder. The